But now let's try not to get too sentimental or emotional. But I know for a fact, obviously, he's never going to hear this episode. But on a personal note, I do just want to say thank you to John Cena and everything that he has done, both inside and outside the ring. But just for the business in general, he's just truly one of a kind individual. And from myself, from all the way from being a 10-year-old kid to when I first saw him to now being a 30-year-old man, John Cena has inspired me in so many, many, many ways, and quite often over the years has had a very big hand in being a part of distracting me from the realities of, the sometimes very shitty realities of real life, whether that be in his matches or his movies. And obviously he's not retiring from movies, but WWE was at the core of, or at the cusp of why I found who he was, and then why I've now followed him to his movies and everything else. And even his album, I still have his album. Like, I got his CD when I was 14 years old, which was 2.5 years after it was released. And for those 2.5 years, I begged my family to get me that CD. And finally, in 2008, on my 14th birthday, we finally found somewhere that was able to order it in to where I was living in Goulburn at the time. But the advice that John Cena has given in so many interviews and podcasts and things like that are just always worth the listen. And I know that, as I said, he'll still be in the movies, and obviously even after 2025, he will still appear in WWE from time to time. And obviously we're waiting on that inevitable Hall of Fame induction as well. But this, John Cena talks about how the machine will keep moving without him and this and that. And while that is accurate, I feel that it is still going to leave a very, very noticeable hole for quite some time, regardless of how, humble Cena is himself about, talking about how the wheels will keep turning and whatnot. But it is definitely going to leave a big hole in the business. I'm just repeating myself here. And again, I'm legit trying not to get emotional, because this genuinely, writing this list out actually made myself depressed. And I know that's first world problems and everything else. It's just professional wrestling, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to be transparent here. From the ages of about 11 to 13, I legitimately had a John Cena shirt for every day of the week, and they were all from the Chinese bootleg markets. I had 2 or 3 pairs of jean shorts to go with them, and as I mentioned, I had the album for my 14th birthday, but I still have that CD actually in a box. I know exactly where it is, and it's still pretty much in mint condition, which is crazy considering the amount of use that I did actually get out of it, the amount of listening that I actually did give to it. But from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say one last time, thank you, John Cena, for everything that you've done and everything you'll continue to do in the business, behind the scenes and beyond. And I definitely will be doing a top 10 matches of John Cena episode when he does officially hang up the jorts. And I'm sure that's probably going to make me emotional all over again. But again, I'll just quickly recap the song and match of the week amongst all that ranting. Right Now by John Cena himself, featuring his cousin, The Trademark. John Cena versus Kurt Angle. John Cena's SmackDown debut, June 27th, 2002. And of course, all the plugs and everything there, especially the Patreon. Please check out please check out my kids' book. I'm very, very proud of it, which is something that doesn't happen to myself very often. And as I said, this is the first solo episode fully since 2nd of October 2022. And unfortunately, just my luck, this is the most amount of technical issues I've had in 145 episodes, but it is what it is. But yeah, just thank you, John Cena. I am the Essential John L. Crossfire. You were just caught in conversation. Titty sprinkles, shaka laka laka. You can't see me. The last time is now.